Then they picked it up from there, and it went out like that. So I just want to appreciate you in public like that, because most of the people they don't know about that.
Yeah, man. Life is about uh pushing one another to something, you know.
Big up.
Eh, God used me eh, because you were down to earth and you're real with it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So that's how come we had to, work on something. But other people wouldn't have come to me and said, "Oh, gee, I need you to post a video. There's this thing that is going on." They would have
Yeah.
said it would have been just the other day. I there's this boy. Uh, I I saw him. There's a guy called Pressure T was playing his music on social media.
Okay.
So when I got his music, I went on and checked up what the boy does, and then he sounds good, really, really good. So what I said
That's
was,
nice.
let me connect with him so I can
Mm-hmm.
help him on his song or on my song.
True fact.
I and the boy was so big-headed even before, just because I called him. It was so
Ah.
difficult for us to even work on something. So most of the times, it's not like people don't want to reach out. People want to reach out, but they don't know how a person is going to respond or how they'll behave even
Ah,
after that.
that's very.
Um, uh, the boy came to my house. I cooked for me,
Mm.
and then it's not necessary for me to talk about this, but I just want to say thank you very much for the gratitude. And thank you very much for telling me that, I'd even forgotten. I'm telling you the truth. Even forgotten
And,
about that. But
yeah,
here's the
and the thing
situation.
is,
So many times
yeah,
we wanna do so many gestures and so many things for so many different people. But
yeah,
sometimes Nichimwela Che, you are a very respectful guy. And so
mm,
many times we chat and talk about so many things and so many different
yeah,
things. Even when you got that chance for the Empower, it wasn't done for you. You still
yeah,
came back to me and told me, Roti, this is what is going on. And I remember when you sent me the song, I said, Nyimbo,
yeah.
Mzafunga Mushteko something about it because the way it is, it's lacking something. And I'm
Ah, you
and
taught me
I'm happy
about
that
it. Too.
you had
Yeah.
to go back and redid the song. I'm not God,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not. It doesn't mean if I don't like something, then everybody else won't like it. I'm just
Yeah.
human. We all have different things
Differences.
that we love. We all have different things that we like. So at the end of the day, my thoughts wouldn't be uh, what other people would think. Coming
Yeah.
back to that story, I told the boy, okay, I need you to, oh, I can feature on your song for free. So
Mm-hmm.
the guy said, oh no, that's okay. Nipangile ni nyimbo. But then there was this day I was supposed to do my verse.
Uh-huh.
Bananibe, umanimba yanga ku SOS kuja banaba something makawala wanange. So
Ah.
I went. The tenants called me to go and help repair and stuff. I told the boy, I said, I'm so busy today. I won't manage. I'm the one that called him. Then he
Mm-hmm.
ignored my call.
Ah.
I sent him a message. Then he ignored my messages. And then only to call me at 06 telling me, hey, boss, if you can't manage to record on my song, just let me know. He recorded the song from my house.
Mm.
From my home studio. I was supposed to record for him for free. I cook for him and just gesture. And the boy tells me, you're wasting my time. If you're not
What?
serious about recording the song, um,
That was,
just let me know. And
that was
I
so
am
crazy.
here for me, I was waiting on a song from some other young artist, but he's playing.
Mm.
He's one of the best musicians right now. I was waiting on a song. I had to wait 1 month
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
understand the guy was busy. The other guy was busy. But then this
That's
person who
probably.
hasn't even made a name, who hasn't even done anything, tells me to say, eh, you are wasting my time. When I reached out, certain
Yeah.
times it's not like people don't want to reach out. It's the attitude that they get. And I told the boy, I said, you're very talented, and I'm not good, but it might take you longer to get to your destiny because you're not down to earth.
Yeah, with
Any
that
other
type of
person that is going to will probably think you paid me, or I just reached out to you because this person asked me, you know.
yeah,
So the boy tells me, I will never suffer, and you ati ube perefe mkambanga ulemuna kwa tineteti nkapti.
yeah,
He said a whole lot of nonsense. But thank you very much. I'm just telling you this story because
yeah.
it's rare that people get to appreciate and give thanks to somebody. I'd even forgotten. Trust me, I swear upon my dead mom.
Ah,
I'd forgotten that
yeah.
there was that
There's a lot going, and
there,
I
there
know
was
for
that
sure
thing. The
that
other
you've been
people,
supporting a lot of people. So it's
somebody
something
says I
that
can get the name of that artist. Yeah, it's Leicester. No
oh
man. Yeah. So the
yeah, the
other people
same.
that always reach out to me is Eben Hype. Eben Hype, I used to talk to AJ a long
Yeah,
time. AJ used to say, "Oh no, I want you to help me out with the song." So I said, "Okay, no problem." I'd never even listened to his songs, but I loved the approach that he had. So he came to the studio. So I fixed the verse for him. And up to now, he still says, T, before any other non-musician could sing with us, you are the first person that sang with
yeah,
us. And for me, this is one thing that I always say, because God blessed me to
hmm,
be famous first more
yeah,
than many other people, doesn't make me any special.
yeah.
Eh, eh, I'm just, I'm just lucky and blessed that I know a few people that made it possible for me to be where I am today, and I'm
True
still
fact.
going somewhere. So there's no ways that I would be looking down on other people and thinking I'm larger than life.
That's true. So
Yeah,
speaking of what you just said about the pride people have in the industry, reminded me because when we were picked for Empower Africa, like the Empower 100, there are two groups on WhatsApp. There's Empower 100 and Empower Zambia. So for us, the Empower Zambia were like 11 people in the group. So what happened is I reached out to almost everybody. I tried to be down to earth as usual. And what happened was I discovered that some of the people in that group, they're not even up to collaboration. So I was surprised, like, you guys are not even known yet. Like, if you think about it, that group we're in, no one was known yet. So it was surprising that people wouldn't want to collaborate. They were acting as if they were established already. So I understand what you mean.
whether
I
established
feel
or
like,
not established, we just
mm,
get chance, man. It's God
yeah,
that gives us chance
it's
to be
just
known. There's
it's
no
that.
reason for one to be acting up like, the larger than life. See,
True.
today it will be, I hit the first album that I ever produced was in 2006.
Ah,
Um, 2006, that's when I had my first album. It used to be called Amama, not Youth to Monga Inasi. It's
ah,
Amama. And then Amama was a flop, major, major flop. But I sold 5,000 copies only.
5K. Now
Yeah,
that's still big.
yes. And I
The
was
flop.
paid 500,000 kwacha then. Then the second album that I recorded was Matiuziwa, which I recorded in 2007.
That one.
So then that song was a hit. It bought me a car, it took me around,
Yeah,
made me know different people. But then there is always phases in life where you have a phase, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. So there's no
yeah,
need to be acting up because every other person has got the time when they are on maturity, they're on growth, they're on developed stage. So there's no reason to act up, even if you're established or not. It's just life. It's just easy, man. It's
yeah,
just
for
life.
sure. I
Imagine
understand.
if all the established musicians around the world acted up on us.
Mm,
I am known, but I'm known in Zambia. I'm not
yeah,
very known outside Zambia. You
true.
understand? So if I reached
Word.
out to so many other different musicians that have reached out to me from all around the world, and then they acted up,
Ah,
how would I
that,
feel? The
Yeah.
most humbling situation for me was in 20, I think 2009, 2010. 2010, that's when I joined Twitter, even if I'm
Mm.
not so active on. Then Sean Paul followed me. Then
What?
I said something. He actually still follows me up now. Go check him up. You see, he
That's
still
it.
follows me up.
Yeah, and
Yes, Sean
everybody
Paul
who's
still
watching,
follows
they
me
better
on
check
Twitter.
out for T-Boy TBZ on Twitter. You already know what time it is. Even right now, check out T-Boy TBZ. Just click on those names on your left side. On our names, they're up. Just click on the names and make sure you check out the new single Cheers. I like Cheers, man. Like Cheers is my worldwide standard.
Thank you very much. Appreciate.
But if
So, so
you know my
after Sean
favorite
Paul
part.
follows me,
Hmm.
I started saying, Ngati uyani following, or how about other people?
Yeah.
Eh, how would I feel? The joy that that thing brought to me is that's when I said, I might be ignoring somebody out there, and
Uh,
just me responding to them will make their day, just the same way
hmm.
Sean Paul made
That's
my day. So from then I said, how I don't think there's any reason for me to start acting like I'm larger than life.
yeah. Yeah. That's real fact. It makes sense. So, without wasting much of your time, and I've told the people they need to check out your new single, Cheers, which is very lit.
Thank you, man.
All that standard. I like it. I love it. So I just want other people to see it too. We can share goodness. And shout out to everybody who's watching. So we have these questions which we call usual questions. So these are quick questions for you without wasting much of your time and it's night. So yeah. So the first question is mention one misconception people have about you as T-Boy TBs.
Well, people think maybe I don't know, maybe it's the way that I look, only people that know me for real. A lot of
Uh-huh.
people think I'm so boastful, or maybe it's the way I look. Maybe it's because I don't get to be found anyway, anytime. I'm not
Hmm.
found anyway, anytime. But anyway, people that know me, people that have seen me before, they know who I really am. There's no need for me to start proving a point to anybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm easygoing.
true fact. And this second question is which producer or artist would you like to work with outside Zambia?
Somebody called me
Ah.
um the other day, and this is for something that shocked me. They called
Hmm.
me and they asked me the same question: which producer or artist would you like to work with?
Ah. Okay.
Then after they heard my
Sounds
Cheers
prophetic.
song, then I said Sean Paul. Then then the guy said, okay, hold on a second. They sent me a video of them with Sean Paul and Sean Paul calling their name and stuff and doing, so it was like, wow. So I see
Uh,
myself working with Sean Paul very soon.
that
As long as I put myself together. That would
that's
be a
so
dream
fun.
come true. I've been listening to that guy for the past 22 years,
Oh,
23 years.
oh, that's
And
okay.
even when I feel like stopping, I
Hmm.
always look up to him. I'm like, this guy, he's still sounding fresh, he's still sounding new.
Yeah,
Me, who just started singing a few years ago, I want to start quitting. And this
nah,
guy still looks close. No, 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 no ways.
yeah, that's amazing. So the third question is, how would you describe your sound?
Myself, my sound,
Yeah.
I'm an easygoing man. I love, I love my daughter. I love my family. My daughter is everywhere, embedded. The fact that she looks like me, talks like me, everything from the dental formula to everything, she looks like me.
Mm, yeah, I get that.
Makes me this loving dad. So if you ask me how would I describe myself, I'm a loving guy, loves family, I love friendship. I treasure uh, both positive and negative criticism.
Beautiful.
That's who I am. So
Yeah,
I allow down, I allow positive, I allow negative. I'm an easygoing person. That's
true
who I
fact.
am.
Because the question was supposed to be, but you've just spoken out, was supposed to be, how would you describe your sound? But okay, since you've just spoken about your daughter, the question for your daughter, like, how describe your daughter in one word? Because I see like she's everywhere on your
Amazing.
timeline, WhatsApp.
Amazing, man. Amazing. If I didn't have
Yeah.
my child, I don't know what I would be.
Oh yeah.
I had been praying for a child exactly the way she looks for
Yeah.
so many years. I used to say, God, if I'll ever be a dad, I want my
Hmm.
child to look like this. And then she looks exactly the way I
That's
used
amazing.
to think.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
so that gives me so much joy, man.
Yeah. And
My
there's this other.
sound is an Afrofusion from back in the days. You realize that when I did my first breakthrough song, Matuzia,
Yeah. Matuzi.
the way I was singing, even the tonation was more nyanja.
Ah.
Nechizungu bachizoenda muchinyanja. He is a son. His mother really tries the best. Umve anchizungu bachimveka chinyanja nyanja.
Yeah. Yeah.
To
Chinyas.
invest in so we could do better. Live a good life when he grows up. Umve laka. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's really an Afrofusion from back in the days. And people
Yeah.
think namba manje wimba chizungu chechimveka chinyanja nyanja. No, you're copying Nigeria. Me copying Nigeria. If you're there and if you heard my songs over 13 years ago, then you definitely know that I've been
Yeah.
singing like that.
Yeah. Before these guys blow up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true facts. So there's this thing because I've been wondering, and I saw someone was asking me like, would you describe T-Boy as a listener or a talker?
I do both. Depends how I'm feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great answer.
Depends how I'm feeling. If I'm being asked to say something, I will say it. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being asked to say something, I'll shut up.
Ah, cool. Makes sense. That's how it's supposed to be. So the next question is, uh, what was your craziest experience since you blew up in terms of fame?
I don't think fame has ever gotten to my head, but I remember one point when I was home and my sister called me and she's telling me, T, I'm on a bus and I'm listening to people talking about you. They say you have children with this girl, with different girls
What?
around Agwata and whatsoever. And I didn't even have a child then. And
Yeah,
they're saying I live Gabani Kutuko. So that's like some crazy stuff. Like all of
very
a
crazy.
sudden after blowing, people have so many stories about me and they don't even know me, you know? Yeah, so crazy stuff. When you blow, there's crazy people with different stories about you. There's people that think they know you more than you know yourself,
That's
you
true.
know.
And
Yeah.
I understand. It makes sense. And just want to take a commercial break. Say shout outs to everybody who's watching. There are a lot of people have been watching, and Wasta has been here. Say wow. So thanks to everybody who's watching.
Waista, Mulbanji wa Waista, Elvis Mwelo hi, Natasha hi. Hatbanji winangozi.
Yeah, shout out to Fixon. Shout out to Jasmine Piri, Lemmy Classic, Wasta,
And
Greta, Funk Flex, Elvis Muelwa, Frank Sniper. Yeah, big up. So then my next question will be, uh, is fame really how you thought it would be before you became famous?
because you see, fame, I'm not there yet. Maybe when I'm there, that's when I'm going to answer that. When the entire Africa knows me, Zambia knowing
Okay,
me is not enough for me. So it's
that's
nothing.
a
For me, it's like it's
that's
not
a
an
win.
achievement. Yeah. Except I got so shocked the first time I won the awards.
Mm-hmm.
I cried because I was thinking about my mom. Like, I wish my mom was still alive to see what
Mm-hmm.
these people are celebrating. That was
Yeah,
some 12 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. And
Yeah. So I'm not there yet. When I'm known, maybe the entire Africa, and the rest of the world, maybe I'll be able to answer that. Is fame really? Because for now, I don't think I'm that famous, according to what I really want. So,
Yeah, it's about you at the end of the day. So my next question would be, if you didn't make it in music, did you have plan B?
oh, I not that I have plan B for my heart's desires. As you know, I'm a what would you call me again? Whoa, I didn't do motor vehicle engineering up to the biggest level, or best level. I only
Yeah,
did a certificate in motor vehicle engineering so that I just have a know-how on how to work on vehicles, and I have,
yeah,
I know how to work on a car, and I know fault diagnosis and stuff.
true fact.
Um, I'm a procurement personnel. I did purchasing and supply.
Yeah,
All that doesn't really bring happiness to me. What brings happiness to me is music, to tell you
the
the truth.
music, the
Me
music.
being seated at FIA and working on some stuff that never brings a lot of happiness to me. My heart is on music. So if you ask me, do I really have plan B? If I wasn't a
Mm-hmm,
musician, what would I do? No,
mm-hmm.
I don't have plan B. The stuff that I do them because it's necessary, because my daughter doesn't need to sleep hungry, because I need to be financially stable, because I need, to multitask, how it is in Africa. But
Yeah,
any plan B, as with regards to, do I get to replace music with anything?
mm,
No. I
yeah,
replace music with me not being alive. When
true
I'm
fact.
dead, I'll replace music. No, I can't compare music to anything else.
Yeah, music is music, is spiritual, something spiritual. Yeah, shout out to Blake is in the building. So my next question would be, when was the last time you Googled yourself?
Ah, do I Google myself? Maybe when I was getting to know internet, I used to Google myself and see the
Arrangement.
stuff. Oh, maybe 2018. I was in the
Mm.
US. I was in the US in 2018, and I was in some nightclub with OC.
Ah,
And so then the girl seated next to me was asking me, like, you don't drink? I'm like, no, I don't drink. And she says, oh, what's your name? The DJ said there's a superstar, international superstar from Zambia. Then I felt nice. Then there was like a lot of attention around me, because there was me, a busy, we had just finished shooting a busy's video featuring Ricardo Banks. So you
okay.
can check it out. You can check that video out. They are also featured on that video. So now, in me trying to explain to that girl who I was, I tried to Google myself so I can see.
Yeah.
So, so there was stuff that came up, a lot of stuff. I think that was the last time I ever Googled myself.
Well, what came up? What did you
Not
find?
that I intentionally, not that, well, I found some stuff about me being a musician and some other stuff. Eh, Nafikira pali ma gift card shanshan uko zinayaga.
Mm.
I think that was the only time that I Googled myself.
Okay.
I don't get to do that.
Yeah, and a few people been asking questions in the comments. Like I can only see this one, the last one from Elvis Mwelwa, saying, T, are you still working with Tisha?
Yes, always work with Tishon. Except if you look at my my
Mm-hmm.
Duet album had Jerry Fingers. It had a lot of songs from Tishon. It had Jerry Fingers. It had DJ Neo. Who else was on that? I think
Yeah.
just the three of them. DJ Neo,
Mm.
Jerry Fingers, and Tishon. The other side album had Jerry Fingers, KB, and
Oh,
Tishon plus, yes, and Tishon. Then the Matuzio album had Jay Fingers and Mutamula. He's a gospel guy. I think about three producers. Then my first album, the one that was a flop, it had Jay Fingers, it had JD, it had Bishop, the brother to JD, and it had I think three or four, five producers. So I always produce music with different producers at every level of my life.
My
I just
thing.
never produced
So yeah,
a songs with one producer.
yeah. Having said
But
that,
the way things were for me and Sean to start working is I'm
mhm,
busy, Sean is Baila. So I set up a
okay,
music studio recording
mhm,
label,
yeah,
which we called Busy Baila. And then I started signing different musicians to the label. So after a long while, I decided to step down on the record label and I just concentrated on branding, you know.
yeah,
As well, where the Duit is a Duit company for branding. About
yes.
2016, yeah.
Mm.
So even when Tishon was producing the Miss You song for me, I had already stepped down. I wasn't the owner of the record label anymore.
Okay. And there was another question relating to that. Was saying, when are you likely to work with Stash, Mr. Stash?
I was in the studio today with Stash. We were
Mad.
working on some song. Yeah, I was in the studio today. We were working on some song. Uh, I think by tomorrow, Ngakumbuka fast, we'll be able to get it done.
True. That's great. That's great. So yeah, my next question. Oh, I just wanna first go on a little bit commercial break and send my shout outs to everybody who's watching. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate your support and the bundles. My Instagram is crazy. But thank you so much. We are tuned in with T-Boy T Busy. And Blake Zambia is asking, when are you dropping a song with Blake?
It's us, it's us, me and Blake meeting up and recording a song together. This is a very
Yeah,
talented young man, and I really, really appreciate the way Blake always comes up to me and say, "Hey, yo, big man, listen to this song. I'm just writing this song. Listen to this song." Blake has always been that guy who's been messaging me from the very first day.
he's
From
a
the
big
very first
fan.
day, before he even became very, very famous, would chat, exchange messages here and there, you know. And I see him, he's going high.
Very, very high. I know he's got music with, shout out to Blake, he's got music with Mr. Easy, with Joe Boy. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to mention this, but okay, I'll just keep it here. Yeah, so my shout out to Maz, he's watching Maz 187, Z Music Administration. So my next question will be, do you read your DMs?
I obviously do. I read my DMs in your bar, you some of our message. I do, and I do reply, especially those that make sense. Even the
Yeah,
ones that don't make sense, I do reply and I'll give feedback. I'll say, oh, I think this was inappropriate, or this, yes. I do, I
yeah.
do. I find time. See, I don't drink. I don't go to bars. I don't go to nightclubs. The only thing that I get to do is after work, after studio work, after the formal work, I
Uh-huh.
sit on my phone, look at different people, listen to what they have to say. That's all I do.
But that's nice.
So I find time because if I don't read DMs, then I will never know what people are saying out there.
Yeah,
So
you're supposed to get
it's
the
always
feedback
there.
from the consumers.
Yeah. And it's not just about music. Certain times there's people that you used to know back in the days, and then you're no longer connected, and they send you a message. How will you know?
Yeah, that's true. And because for you, it's not just about the music. You've got work, you've got the music, and you've got your brand. We didn't even talk about it. Like
Hmm.
you've been working on your own brands and everything. So can you talk
Yeah,
about
man.
that for the people who don't know about it?
I have I have a branding company. We do different stuff, t-shirts, work stuff, embroidery, different kind of prints that we do.
Yeah. A
Um,
crazy thought. A crazy thought just came to my mind. Would you print for PF? Okay, that's the story for another day. It's okay. It's okay.
no man, I don't do stuff for political parties.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't, I don't, I don't. PF, UPND,
Yeah,
Zadeco, UNIP, whatsoever. I don't do stuff for for politicians. I don't embrace politicians like that.
yeah. Okay, cool. So, my next question is on a scale of 1 to 10, how busy are you in this quarantine season?
I'm always busy, man. Very, very busy. The thing is,
10
like
out
I
of 10.
said, I just don't do music. 10 out of 10.
Hmm.
Today I said I was just going to be home, but I failed. I still, found myself going to Stash. From Stash,
Yeah.
then I went to visit Biflo because I haven't seen him in a long time. So
Oh, I saw the
I went to
photo.
see him.
Shout out to
And
B
I know
Flow.
there's so many people that have said, huh?
I'm saying shout out to B Flow.
Yeah, man. There's so many people that have said so many things about him. I don't want to comment much, but what I'm trying to say is certain times you need to get to know a person before you say so
Yeah,
many things.
facts.
Get to know a person. Yeah, then you can conclude. And the
Yeah.
thing is, Biflo shouldn't feel like he owes anybody any explanation. He doesn't,
Not at all.
not at all. And people have judged him. Some of them have insulted him. Some of them have said so many hurtful things. Politicians are people who are sometimes bad-hearted. They put you on a corner so you celebrate. They say to wash something, you need to make
Uh,
something dirty.
yeah, yeah,
If you want to clean something, you need to make something dirty. You want
yeah.
to
That's
clean your
the
shoes, dust your shoes, you need to make the clean cloth dirty so that your shoes
yeah,
should look nice. That's
exactly.
just the way life is. So
Yeah,
yeah, without mentioning
yeah.
much about him, I just I just wanna say get to know people certain times before you diss them,
Yeah.
before
Before we
you
conclude on anything,
crucify them.
yeah. Let me just go on a small commercial break. This topic is too big for the people. So shout out to Fixon is watching. Shout out to Maz187, Jasmine Theory, Black Zambia, Chewe Queen, Pauline Capesa, Lauren, yeah, Wystad Greta, Funk Flex, Gore, eh, Mary Brown, Elvis Mwelwa, Banji Mwenda, Shimbaten, Trevi, Nesty. Big up to yourself, people. So yeah, my next question would be, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Only God will tell, man. Only God will tell me that. I
Yeah,
don't wanna
nobody
see
knows.
myself anyway before I get there. But my prayer is for me to be, my desires of my heart to be met. But it's only God that knows the answer to say, where do I see myself in the next coming 5 years or 10 years or 1 year? It's just God. I see
Yeah,
myself doing bigger things, and I pray that uh, my prayers will be answered.
amen. Thank God for that. Uh,
Mhm.
the next question is, what is one thing you consider yourself to be a master at?
What is the one thing I consider myself to be a master at?
Hmm.
Um, I think I'm good at caring for people.
You are good at that?
Um, Caring for people.
Nice, nice,
I
nice.
talk, I'll say my mind, I'll speak my mind, but I'm a person that is so compassionate. So I think that is one thing that I can never take away from myself. Eh, Somebody will do me dirt today, and
Hmm.
tomorrow I'll be talking to them. And
Yeah,
people will say, "Ah, but why you said you swore that you never talk to them?" So I think I'm a
yeah,
master at that. I'm a master at forgiving. I'm a master at tolerance. Tolerance.
Yeah,
I tolerate a lot
avoiding.
of people. I tolerate a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, you know how to
Eh,
avoid
yeah,
managing egos.
yeah, and I don't get mad easily. I get pissed not more than 3 times in a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like me.
I
Oh yeah,
rarely get mad.
get I get you. Makes sense. So there's someone saying requesting if you could do another song with the Copala Sabada, Chef 187. They missed
I've done how many
the
songs with
vibration.
Sheffy? Uh, 2 songs.
Oh, cool.
We did the Miss You song first. After Miss You, then we did Denya in 2017. By the way, that is a collaboration album for me and Tichon. A lot of
Mm,
people would probably think it was just a Tishon song. The Don't Lead Me On was a song from me and Tishon's album. Those was there was Wazakupoka, there was Don't Lead Me On, there was a couple of songs. I think 16 songs, 14 songs altogether
yeah,
off that
I
project.
see. I see.
Yeah, so the last time I went to Sheffield was in 2017.
Yeah, I remember that hit single. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my next question will be this crazy question, eh? Say if you got arrested and you only had to call one person, you only had to make one phone call, who would you call in the industry? Not just from the outside, but the people in the music industry.
I would, the people in the industry, who would I call?
Yeah,
If I got arrested,
yeah, if you got arrested.
that's a tough one.
That's what people want to know.
So the reason for me calling them is for them to come bail me out or
Yeah,
for
it's
them to
about
just
bailing
know.
out because when you're arrested, you
If
need to
it's
be
for
bailed
them to
out.
just know, I'll call the whole industry. If it's bailing me out, I don't think anyone would bail me out.
I get it, makes sense. Uh, Maz says, he say, I knew he would say this. Okay, that's a story for another day. Uh, what are you most excited for the rest of 2020? Music? Are you writing any books? Are you making any movies? Are you creating a new company? Are you signing any guys on your label? What are you excited most for?
I stopped signing musicians. The reason I stopped signing musicians is I don't own a record label anymore. I just have a mini studio in my house, and
Mm,
I barely have time for my music.
uh-huh.
How many times, I'm sure yesterday you were trying to get in contact with me, but I was busy. So how
Yeah, I
many
remember.
times do I get to have free time for myself? It's rare. So the only thing I can do is help connect an artist to something, that way it's easy,
Yeah.
where I can, let me help connecting an artist to this and that. Yeah. Um, I would lie if I would say I read a lot. I write a lot more than reading. So writing, I would
So
write.
are you expecting any book?
Not now. What you're expecting this year is an album, a music
Bigger.
album.
We can't
Yeah.
wait for it.
I would have been gone. I would have been in the States by now, but the coronavirus obviously has done us bad. So I'm thinking of going in December. And I'm thinking of touching Jamaica also in December. So music projects, yes,
Ooh.
expect a lot more.
Can't wait for Sean Paul's verse. I don't know, I just feel it.
I don't know if it's gonna happen now, but I trust God is gonna fix me.
100%. That's the only way. So, yeah, you've already answered my next question. I wanted to ask if you're taking new members on your label, but you said what you said. So the next question is, do you believe in the law of karma?
Yeah, karma is a bitch.
Come on, I
Yeah,
did
you heard that right.
Yeah, that's
You
how
heard
it
that
is.
right. I'm
That's
not even
got
gonna
me.
edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whatsoever that you do to a person comes back to you. It's like the law of force. You know, whatsoever force that you use to exert on an object, it
Mm-hmm.
gives back the same force. So if you are
Newton,
hitting
Newton.
something, yeah,
Okay.
Newton's law. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so it's like that. Whatsoever that you do comes back around to watch
Big, 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 big. Yeah, so my next question will be, can you do okay, if your life was a hashtag, what would it be?
you. Hashtag happiness.
Man, that's the best answer ever. Now this last question on the usual questions. Yeah, this last question on the usual questions is what do you think is the biggest reason why Z music hasn't really popped out outside?
I know the answer to that because I've been working on that for a long time. One thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I met the minister last week. Yeah, I met the minister last week. And amongst the discussion that we had was I asked him what they were doing for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this has been the biggest question. What is it that the government is doing for
Okay,
us
just
musicians?
excuse me for a little bit, just for a second. I think your microphone or something has come out. It's not really coming out well, so I want the people to listen. I don't know if it's my phone or what.
Maybe it's your phone because I'm not using any mic.
Okay, it's all good. Uh, okay, so the question was, what do you think is the biggest reason why Z music hasn't really popped out outside Zambia?
When,
Any
when,
state?
when I won the award in 2017, I told the minister, I said, after everybody was saying, no, we want some money to do this, we want this and that, this, I said, the biggest thing that I would want for us as Zambian musicians is the music policy. The
Uh-huh.
policy that is going to make us make so much money because there's money in this music that will actually even add up to the GDP of our country.
Mm.
The reason why Zambian music hasn't gone very far is one, there's so many reasons. Number one, it's because of the same policy. Our policies don't allow us to make so much money. When we make so much money, it will be easy for us to buy into different industries. It's all about the money. The numbers we have, but we don't get out. For instance, why is it that we're not playlisted on Chase that much? It's just because of money. People buy
Yeah.
airtime on Chase, then they want they televised on Chase more than any other person in the country,
Mm-hmm.
in the continent. The other reason is we are not united as Zambian musicians. Whosoever
Ah,
gets flag, whosoever gets a flag, they don't want to give it to the other person. It's always about me, me, me. You want to shine, you want people to see you. So at the end of the day, people get to think you're just alone. When you release a lot of flops, people don't pay attention to you. It's done. It's a done deal.
yeah.
So one government is not helping us through creation of music policy. So many people are owing us so much money, and the money is not coming to us. So it becomes very difficult for me to start off here, buy myself an air ticket to go to Trace and tell them, I want you to do this, this, and that.
Yeah.
The second thing is unity amongst the musicians. That will take us very, very far. The
Yeah.
third thing is patriotism. Zambians just here in Zambia don't want to take part of certain things. Like the other day they were bothering me, no, make a dance challenge, make a dance challenge. I made the dance challenge. There's very few people that are dancing. Most of them, they're just coming there, Shina Jabe. But you look at those people, some of them are asking you for even a 50 kwacha and you're offering a 1,000. wanna dance, but when they get the bar, they'll dance. So lack of patriotism. That's why people from the copper belt are just different. But of copper,
Yeah,
our bench part. But bench part,
Balibespa.
you want they like something, they love
Mhm.
something, and that's why you see them push. Copper
Yeah,
belt
true.
people are like Nigerians. That's the way they operate. They push
Yeah, that
themselves.
I think that's the
Here in
best
Lusaka,
description of the man, the Maasai. Yeah.
here in Lusaka, people are broke, but they wanna show like they got the money.
Alisaka.
Yeah, so the third
Anajua
thing
mtu
is
wa
just about
Alisaka.
us being patriotic and showing the music out there. People would rather listen to Chris Brown they've never met, who
Yeah.
they'll never even ask money
And there's
from, than listening to me, who they'll keep asking money from. Hey, but Bwoy tough and jalat, I got school fees, I got this, I got that. I get messages in my inbox, man. My mother is sick, and you help out. But you keep wondering, like, look, if
eh,
you empowered me by um,
mhm.
sharing my music, listening to so many other people, I would employ a lot of you, and it
Yeah, yeah,
won't just end with me. But you help just because it is a heart of a human to help, So that's one thing. My
yeah.
Muzambia muli ni pushing a bamuzibe bantu.
Eh,
And the other thing is everybody wants to sing now. Everyone is a
mm,
musician now by default in Zambia. So
yeah,
it becomes very
yeah.
difficult for people to support anything.
That's true. I
Mhm.
just wanted to be clear on something. On the policy, you say we need to improve the policy or make new policies. I wanted to know exactly what policy are we supposed to work on?
Intellectual property rights will
Hmm.
make every other person make money. The guys in the US are millionaires not because they sold CDs,
Hmm.
because of intellectual property rights. When people are using your song, they need to pay you. When people have signed you, they need to pay you. When your advert is playing, they need to pay you sensible monies. Where somebody can't just sell your music anyway, somebody can't just upload your music anyway, somebody can't just perform your music anyway. So yeah,
Yeah,
intellectual property rights. And when
yeah,
people are using your music through stuff like radio stations and TV stations, they need to pay you for royalties. But look
true.
at it right now. ZMBC is owing us over, I think, over 10 million
Ten what?
for so many years. Yes, man, for so many
That
years.
million
So,
$5. Like what? Still more
and,
kwacha ikudu.
and yeah, it's a lot of money. So if our policy could be changed, could be revised, we would make so much money as musicians that will overspill into our Zambian economy.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Mars saying it all starts with the leaders. These policies are supposed to be implemented by our leaders. So
I'll give
there's
you an
this.
example. I'll give you an example of if you don't have a license on a car,
Mhm.
rats will impound you.
True fact.
Why can't they do the same thing with our music? If you go to a public place and play Zambia music, why can't they pay us?
Ah,
Because everywhere else in the world, people get to pay, except they
mhm,
don't just pay like kwati unaona ndio lipila music license. Wamalipila somehow somewhere.
mhm.
Radio
Vamos a
stations never pay. Kuno upeze kati ku movie TV musician ndio uende ulipira kuti video yako itambike.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
You know?
So I've been wanting to ask this question. Oh, we're almost time up. Can I cut it then I call you back just to ask this next question because I have 22 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, let me just cut you off a bit because it's ending right now.